Hello. Every once in a while, I'm trying to look smart when I take my glasses off, by the way. They bug me. I don't wear them when I'm not working, typically. And they pinch. They pinch. So I haven't worn them all weekend, and so now I'm all irritated by them. Anyway, or I'm trying to look smart. One of the two. Anyway, every so often I have to start reminding people who are watching my channel, who start watching my channel believing that I am an anti-auditor channel, anti-filming the police, anti-free speech, whatever. Again, to clarify my positions, I am 100% for filming the police. I think that people like Tom Zebra, Honest News Service, Laura Shark, people go out and film the police. California Guardian, when he's out filming the police instead of starting fights with security guards. Just filming the police is, I think, a noble endeavor. It protects the police. It protects the victim, suspect, witness, whatever. There's really no negative to it, and it allows the public to see what's going on. There's something actually newsworthy there. You know, somebody's been pulled over, arrested, detained. There's something going on, and I think the public would have interest in that. I am very much in favor of free speech in general, not just the First Amendment. And no, free speech is not just to protect us from the government. Free speech is a concept where if you suppress speech, you damage society. If anybody suppresses speech, if speech is suppressed, it damages society. We all think we have good ideas. We all want to be heard. We all want the opportunity to express ourselves, and we should all be afforded the opportunity to express ourselves. The First Amendment is the idea that the government should not be suppressing our speech, but allowing corporations to suppress our speech, or bullies to suppress our speech, or somebody else's speech for that matter, is equally damaging to society. Auditors, though, I'm not a big fan. I wanted to be a big fan. I tried to be a big fan. I worked on being a big fan. I came up with an idea for why auditing is good. It's a pretty shit idea, but it's the best idea I could come up with for it. And that idea is that auditing will continue to push the boundaries on the various ordinances and regulations and policies and things like that. There's some sort of little bug in here. They'll continue to push the boundaries on all these rules and regulations, and will keep it in the courts, keep it in the public's view, and that pressure will offset the natural tendency of the government to crack down on and restrict speech. There's just placer sheriffs everywhere around me today. Anyway, the problem with that is that, like socialism, it's good in theory, but it's shit in reality. It does not translate well to the real world. In the real world, what happens is you have stupid people who aren't about the speech, who muddy things up by breaking other laws like trespassing, disturbing the peace, things like that. And they successfully get more restrictions passed. We saw it clearly evidenced in Leon Valley. Padilla was able to film in that whole police station until he trespassed. As soon as Salvaggio told him he had to leave, he was trespassed. As soon as he refused to leave, he was arrested for criminal trespassing. Just being told to leave is being trespassed. You can't be here anymore. You are trespassed. And then what happened? You had Univision come with Black Label, and there wasn't really a response. But then you had a protest inside the police station. I don't know if anybody remembers that. You had a bunch of people wandering around just filming everything and everybody. And that's where it crossed the line. Because you idiots were too dumb to realize that Padilla was arrested for trespassing and that he was perfectly allowed and able to freely film in that area. But no, it had to be about filming. All you dumb motherfuckers went out there with your with your cell phones and cameras and started filming in an area where Padilla had been freely allowed to film. And you did it as a protest. And you did it in such a manner that you disrupted their operations. And as a result, you are no longer allowed to film in there. Congratulations. You have successfully restricted other people's ability to film, other people's ability to speak. Now, despite these successes, the actual auditors continue to be rewarded for their efforts. They continue to get people bailing them out, sending them money, giving them click views, all that fun stuff. And so they continue the deleterious behavior. They continue to push further and further afield away from the First Amendment. And we have things like library audits and post office audits and private residence audits, auditing picketers. Just like, what does this, we've had school audits. What does this have to do with the First Amendment? What does it have to do? It doesn't. It has to do with getting a response so that you can monetize it. That's what it has to do with. That's it. And I don't support people who go out of their way to infringe upon your rights, my rights, everybody's rights. I don't support those people. So I don't, at this point, support auditors. Because they're not fighting for my rights. They're fighting for their money. And it's costing people rights. This is a little bit off topic, but like Peeping Timmy, News Now OKC. That fucking retard, he is going out of his way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. The open carry of rifles has been passed in Oklahoma. It is a law that is on the books that is going to come into effect in November. In roughly a half a year, it's going to be perfectly legal to carry a rifle in a park. But at this point, by pushing the envelope, by making it an issue 6-7 months before the law comes into effect, retarded Timmy is now faced off squarely against moms. Now, who do you think is going to garner more sympathy from the public? Timmy with his meth mouth, or moms? People who look like Timmy, I'm going to generalize broadly, aren't a very big voting base. Moms are a huge voting base. Moms typically have the time and inclination to go vote. Moms also tend to, hashtag not all, tend to value security more than freedom. They want to protect their babies from idiots with rifles in parks. And stupid Timmy has given moms a foil. Moms don't have to beat the best, brightest senators out there now. They have to beat Timmy. Timmy has made himself the spokesperson for carrying long rifles in Oklahoma. At least from my point of view, where I'm sitting, not living in Oklahoma. Timmy's getting bashed in the news in Oklahoma. Timmy is currently funding, or at least trying to fund, a march. Unhappy with his 6-man marches that he's been able to put up, he's raffling off an AR-15, which may or may not be legal. I don't know. What kind of people do you think are going to show up? Do you think it's going to be hardworking middle-class folk? Or do you think it's going to be people who look like Timmy or News Now Meth Head, Beware Mouse, Damon Jones? Who do you think's going to show up? Maybe it's going to be Tiny Grisham. He thinks he's got Tiny Grisham coming, and Tiny Grisham may come. Who knows? But Tiny Grisham has the distinction of aligning Open Carry Texas with a convicted rapist and an accused molester of his daughters. How do you think moms are going to react to that? It's this kind of shit that I have a problem with. Like, oh, you're anti-Second Amendment. No, I'm anti-idiots costing people their rights. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope maybe this cleared some stuff up. Have a great day.